Everyone, this is Villains Man, continuing on with session 13 of the Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JVD.
I am Evan the Great from the Villains Man channel. I'm playing Luda Silverstring, the Elven Bard, and we have a DM that just keeps on giving.
Gifting.
But doesn't give it up.
No. He takes as well, but when you get it, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, right. You two would know, right?
Yeah.
I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand, and I'm playing Vesper Nord, the Moon Elf. And we just had a giant orgy.
Who had the giant orgy?
That was me, or Boostia, Luda, and Grizzly.
Wow.
Question mark?
Someone met little Luna.
Okay.
I am smiling. I'm like, Order Dwighthammer. Faithful of Ogma and Dwarven Inventor.
And I'm Wes playing Roland Ivor.
With blue balls.
With blue
Just
balls.
like your shirt.
The only person that didn't get laid.
I would say out of every elf or partial elf that Ord has met, he has the most respect for Roland for not being a total slut.
But he's a drown, so it
But I
equals out to
am
another
half
effect.
drowned.
Yeah. Hey, you know, anywhere else that would happen. But when you was like, oh, we're gonna go out here towards the woods, and I'm like, oh, man, that's the wrong place to go.
He tried to warn you away from it.
Yeah.
He tried.
I mean, I warned you guys at the very beginning. There were worse things out in the woods.
I'm pretty sure there was like a park or something in the town, because it's a richer town. You could have took her out too. But
All right.
That wouldn't
There is
have
no
been
richer part of town. This is just like a community.
that's what I'm talking about.
Give me the recap. There,
So
Smiley.
recap. I lost everything the second he handed me a book, but we were traveling to Nightstone
Mm-hmm.
in the first bit. We assailed orcs, first time that's ever happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then we made it in. We're trying to help the town after they've suffered 2 days of siege from orcs. They were attacked. The whole attack was led by fire giants trying to retrieve a obsidian sword blade.
That's what it is being described as, yes.
And we left off with Ord finding a forge to work on his mecha curds, mechanical bearer. And he went to get the pieces out, and he found this lovely book.
Open it up.
I've translated the first sentence and the last word.
What is the last word?
Oh, that's a secret for now.
All right. Morning comes. So apparently Vesper and Augustier and Luda and Grizzly. Did this really go down?
This went down, yeah.
Yeah, it's going down for real.
That's
Roland.
I didn't even play.
Are you sleeping in the guard
It
tower?
went down.
How big is it?
Probably not. After taking a shift, I probably would have went
The
back
shift
to-
or shit?
Probably both.
Okay, bro, both.
He
Okay.
shits off the tower.
Grizzlies.
There's probably already a pile down there. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Average.
you probably retired to his room for the evening, said a prayer or two.
Okay. So you're not sleeping in the guard tower. That's all I need to know. All right. So, Orin, do you fall asleep in the forge?
I don't think he's fell asleep yet.
Okay, so you've been up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did
Like after finding the book, that kind of consumed him all night.
Roland,
It's not this table.
she stay?
you get on your door, it burst open, and it's Morak. And he's like, you gotta go to the courtyard. You gotta go to the square now. I mean, he sounds like he's in a panic. And I mean, I would assume what would be
We're all in one room.
Like I need
Grizzly's room. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Huh?
Like I needed to.
You need to go now. Like
grab
he
my
is
great
like,
sword and-
you could tell like he is very like, oh my god, something's going on.
And Morak's gonna be like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah. So like he beats on Vesper's room, opens the door, nothing. He gets on Luda's room, nothing. Grizzly's room, everybody's all over each other in bed. And he's like, hey, you got what? You're sick. And he's like, you guys are sick. I do not understand. Because they're dwarves, that's your nature. They don't understand why you would want to do it like this. So he was just like, he shuts the door. Come to the square now! I mean, like you can tell there's panic in his voice. Grizzly's like, won't be cracking jokes at me anymore, is what he says. Ord, as you're still in the forge, I mean, you're just going to roll me a con save. Let's see if you've passed out.
Oh, that's 16 plus 2, I think.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you're starting to feel the wear, but you can hear commotion outside of town. Like I said, the town's like literally about 220 by 240 wide, so it's not hard to hear anything. But here, there's a lot of commotion going on outside town, and you can hear everybody. What is it? I mean, you know, like you can hear there's excitement, and there's fear in people's voices, but you hear there's a lot of commotion going on outside.
I will place down my hammer and investigate.
Okay, as you're the first one to step out, you walk outside, and there's this massive white cloud over Nightstone, and it's about 1,000 feet in the air. To the middle, where the hole was in the ground, where these giants, this, what everybody's saying, this big obsidian blade, is a set of cloud stairs. And it goes all the way up to this cloud.
Bloody hell.
And everybody's just like, it's almost like an Independence Day, where everybody's just in awe of the alien ships, like above the White House and stuff. Everybody's just looking up, and everybody's like, what is it? Some people are terrified, some people are like looking out windows and stuff as you walk up.
Well, I'll go back in and put Grouper back in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then I walk back because I don't think I'm going to be able to get back to work now.
It's your decision.
Ord has become very cynical of everything at this point in time.
You just keep working. You're like, yeah, fuck it.
No, I'll go in, I'll pack up my tools and everything. And then I'll go back out to properly go up to see what's going on.
I will say as you're doing this, you three, the rest of you guys, have gathered yourselves, and you step outside and you see what I've just described.
I'm gonna
Or
As Roland
Be like,
steps
hey,
out,
play
he's throwing his
stairway.
cloak over his shoulder, just talking this out telepathically, so as soon as he steps out, he pops right
String on break on the
I
front
say
door.
to myself, for the love of God, don't be cloud
Now somebody's
giants.
gonna open a window. They're holding out a sign, no stairway.
as you guys are all kind of coming together as you're underneath this massive white cloud. I mean, it's a white cloud. I mean, it's completely shadowed over all of Nightstone. You can see people, and there's a stair step, and people are like all around it looking at it.
And these stairs are just open.
They just go up into the cloud, and one person even goes to like put their foot on it and touch it, and they go through it. And like they start freaking out. People are laughing at him and whatnot. Some people jump back in fear when he does it.
I'll go up there and take a look at the stairs.
It looks like a set of stairs, but they look like they're made of
So every time
cloud.
I touch it, just goes through it.
You touch it, it's solid for you.
Solid.
Everybody, you can hear everybody, whoa, when you do that, because you put your hand on it and your hand doesn't go through it. And someone says, you're the first that's happened to. And like people are freaking out.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
believe
jump
this
up
is
on
an
them.
invitation.
You're gonna get up on the stairs?
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. You guys see this where she takes a couple steps up the stairs and it's solid for her.
Don't walk into clouds. Bad things happen in clouds.
I'll
Do you
tell
say
them-
this?
Yes, I'm saying this.
Everybody kind of steps back. All of the commoners and stuff, the guards, they step back when you start saying that. And they give it the stairs a big wide berth.
To be fair, I was born underground.
Has anything like this ever happened before? Like,
Just asking people
or has it
around.
got any kind of like religious connotation?
No one tells you it happened anymore. As religious, you can roll it and see what you know. But as the commoners around here, you gotta ask, everybody's like, no one's ever seen this.
10.
Is there something I can roll to confirm my suspicions? Is there every other giant attack we've
I
been
would
in?
say being a dwarf, if that's what you think, it's what you think.
Alright.
Cloud
Because
giant.
you know
Yeah, that's
cloud
what
giant.
I'm-
He's eating cloud.
Because of fire giants, because of hill giants, because of rafts.
Yeah, look me up. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll tell you guys that I'm gonna go check it out.
It's 1,000 foot up. It's like a big spiral stair.
You know, if
Can't-
they
can't
ever
lose
stop
it.
standing on it, it
Can't
was
lose it.
flat.
See if you can get on these stairs.
Please don't.
So are you're asking her not to do this?
I don't trust this.
Put my foot on the cloud,
Solid.
so you're not going by yourself. I put my other foot up there.
Just I thought it's gonna get me
Okay, I'm
killed.
gonna say you've moved 30 feet up, and Luda, you've just stepped up on him.
Alright, I'm gonna tell Lord Woosty to stay down here because she's not as trained as we are yet. Or if she wants to come, if she can't even come. I don't know if they'll stay solid for her to stay behind Luda. Yeah. It's her choice if she wants to come.
So you're gonna move up, travelers down?
Yeah.
I'm going to face palm
She
this
falls
point.
through. Her foot goes right through the stairs.
Alright, I'll tell her to stay down here. Or are you not going?
I want to face palm at this point, and I want to go voice to you as I this
Stay
damn
wrong
part
place.
is me kid. I'm going to hunt her. I think I'll probably that's fair. And then I'm going to start walking up the steps.
You know my kid, he's not gonna allow
It
me.
stays solid for you.
And then I'll take a step back down, and then I'll step back up. This isn't natural.
Well, since we're going up these stairs, I'll ask Morak real fast if he minds, if he'll watch over Lord Woosty while we're going.
He's standing beside Ord. He's like, this is not right. I mean, he is just as exaggerating as he is about the whole thing.
I'll just ask him if he can watch.
Yeah.
Lord Woosty.
He's like,
He's
he's like, yeah.
So,
I'm just going to pour out, take out my jugs, just start drinking it as I try walking up it.
Rolling?
Roll
You're gonna
it
get
down
together
off
with
his
this
belt, walk over in front of it, put his hand up on its face, and dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to step on the cloud.
Your foot?
I would have
Solid.
laughed if you fell through.
It's solid.
this is not Torms.
So you guys start walking up the stairs?
Yeah, I'll start walking.
Yep.
The gross
He's up ahead of you. He's ahead of
I'm
you.
gonna stay right next to him, like. Yeah, I understand. He's
As
not
you
really-
okay,
yeah.
so you're following up the rear. You're quite a bit ahead of everybody. The stairs behind you start dissipating as you walk up,
That's not good.
I don't like this.
and you hear everybody freak out and panic. You guys start looking around like over the stairs because there's no rail around these
Right.
stairs.
Yeah, I'm
It's just
dead
a
center of the stairs.
Like you can hold on to the side if you want. It's solid, but everybody's freaking out as they see the stairs disappear behind you.
I guess
I
we're
want
going
that-
up there. Not going back now.
I'm gonna say you're 60 feet up. So rolling, I'm gonna say you're probably about 40 feet below her because you're pretty far ahead of everybody.
I'm gonna take my bag of cheese and throw it at Grizzly.
You hear, he catches it. You can hear her
Holler out
below
the
you,
curb.
and he's like, "No, no!" He's yelling, "No!" And he sounds scared.
He's scared of these stairs, dude.
I like to hear
We
this.
should probably be more scared, but we're going up there.
Well, you do. You hear her down there roar. Roar, I mean, and you understand he's like yelling, "No, no, come back!" And you're 40 foot up, rolling.
You can't go
With your
down.
friend, we must move on.
You going to the top, Vesper?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
And that's how we die.
So you move to the very top.
See her get snatched up, we can't run back down.
It's almost like a solid courtyard where you're at. When you walk up to the top, you walk up. Once you get to the bottom of the cloud, it opens up like a doorway. It parts, like wind moving a cloud, like moving a fog.
Right.
It opens up, and you can tell when you walk in, there's a massive tower in the middle. And then you're baffled. It has a giant blue wizard's hat with gold stars sitting atop it.
On the tower?
On the tower. It looks like the most largest animal you could ever imagine would wear this hat. It would be like the head of a god. And it sits atop this solid white and gold tower. It's just a straight tower, straight up.
I'll start
There's got a
walking.
tower off the side.
I'm pretty
That's
mesmerized
not
by this
natural.
thing. So I'm just going to start walking toward it and be like, hello?
I just like grab the back of her arm and pull her back some.
You hear loud screeching, almost like the axe beaks you fought yesterday. Around the cloud, and almost like there are walls at its edges. Everything is solid, but you're walking on a cloud. Eventually, you guys will catch up with her. And as you do, a large figure floats from outside the windows underneath this hat and floats down to you. And this being is like 18 foot tall. He wears a very wiry smile on his face. He comes down and he's like this, and his hair looks like it's made of thin clouds and it whips in the air. but there's no air blowing. And his long, thin goatee that hangs down to his chest does the same thing.
I'll greet him, like, you know, be like, give like a little military salute thing, you know.
He just looks at you strange.
Be like,
and
I'm Vesper Nord.
he just kind of looks around to the rest of you.
Did I need it to make?
He tells you, Orig, there's no need to fear this place. And he says your name.
That's a bit more unsettling than the cloud, to be honest.
Greetings. Thank you for the invitation. What may we call you?
He tells you, I am Zephyros.
Well met.
Can I spell on that?
He tells you, well met, Vesper.
X was Z.
Huh?
X was Z.
It's a Z.
What was it?
Zephyros. Zephyros.
Well, considering how you're gonna dump us out of the sky, I'm assuming that you don't want us dead, so that's comforting.
And he says, Mr. Whitehammer, you have no reason to fear anything here. If I wish, you would fall. And you feel the cloud move as he says this. And you can hear people shouting. And before you know it, as the cloud starts to move, Kurt's roars turn into faint echoes. And it starts to get a little breezy and cold. Yeah, at a very slow rate though.
I tell Zephyros, and I am Luda Silverstring.
From Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I am. You know much, Large.
He says, yes. He says, you're very skilled with that violin. He said, the music you played last night was very soothing.
You can hear it?
Says,
From way up here?
Says, I hear many things from way up here. He said, to answer your question, he says, let's just leave it that fate has brought me here. And I know the good in your hearts. I'm afraid that is all I can say. And ask no more. But I only ask that you trust me. It has been foretold that I may help you, but only for travel. Where do you wish to go?
I think we will head into Waterdeep.
Waterdeep?
That's where we're heading.
Chasing after Wardat and the Court of the Dragon.
You see a grim look on his face. And then he says, if Waterdeep is where you wish to go, Waterdeep is where I will take you.
Is that agreed upon, everyone?
To be honest, I don't know what.
Waterdeep was only a few days away from.
Yeah, it's about a 3-day trip from here.
Are you only here for travels?
He says, as I said, fate led me here.
So could you bring us back here from Waterdeep?
I prefer to keep my hands clean of what is happening in the world. He says, this is the one boon I can allow you.
Where is it we wish to go most? Waterdeep is our. It's where we're heading.
How many places have you been to where it's like where we just were getting attacked and
He says,
giants and dragons and
He
Just tell us
says,
not to ask him any questions, really.
oh, you said that?
yeah, I was about to say,
Oh.
he tells you those are questions I cannot ask.
Gotcha.
He says, I do not play a part.
Well,
part.
we said he didn't play a
Yeah.
part, right?
He says, I don't play a part
Okay.
in what's to take place.
Gotcha.
Well, Vesper kind of wants to know about Orgustia. She's still in the town.
Well, that's where you ask him about Orustia, and he tells you fate for the world has nothing in store for her. I am sorry.
That also makes you what I had been told.
Basically just cut her out of your life.
You can always go back and get her
Perhaps
later,
it's,
but
perhaps it's better.
I can
Follow
send her
us
a message.
could lead to her death.
Let her know where we are. For her to stay put
Good
there.
point. Okay, so you're gonna eventually send a message that way?
Yeah.
Oh, you still gonna send a message to Leosin and them?
I did that last night.
Okay, well, what did you all tell him? I mean, you didn't really give me an idea what you were gonna say.
Oh, I just told him who he was at. What's it called?
Nightstone, Fire Giant stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I tell him I can send me at the end of the day, and let her know where we are at least. And then I asked the Zephyrus, how often he travels with people.
He tells you none.
We're the first.
By fate.
Fate.
As you're talking to him, he slowly started to float up, like towards his tower.
Where would fate have us go?
I don't decide your fate.
I'll ask him about the boon. He said we can get just this one boon. Do we have to accept it now, or can we use it later?
Would be wise to.
We
How
don't want to
fast
impose
does this
upon him.
travel?
He said day and a half, perhaps.
So we're going to Waterdeep?
Waterdeep is where I should take you.
Probably.
And he smiles bigly.
Yes.
And he's starting to slowly get up to his window. If you've got anything else you're going to spout out, he says, to Waterdeep it is.
Can I have a drink?
When you say that, one pops in your hand.
A bigger one.
And it gets bigger.
Methinks, good sir.
He says, please, confine yourselves to the first floor. Do not make my pets angry. I have no control over them.
Can I ask what the pets are?
And he whistles. Roll me in arcane knowledge. Nature knowledge is fine too. Whichever one you prefer.
Proficient in Arcana?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, because it's considered a beast.
Yeah, it was on a 14, then tipped over to a 4.
What do you got?
Let's see, 7.
You need like 5.
I got that.
Oh, I got
I got 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. It's like a 12.
He whispers. Well, he whistles, and 4 griffins
that is a
come from the
19.
window, and they will swing down at you, and they fly around this gigantic hat.
You hear an order squeal like a schoolgirl.
As literally, look, this is the tower with a giant. I was not
Magical
joking.
beasts, not regular beasts, so I don't understand them.
No, you do not understand their language. You're not an
You're like,
animal.
can I get one of those?
That's exactly what I was going to ask him.
Um,
We get one of those.
he says, if fate allows it, and he's like floating back up to the window. He has a big smile on his face when you say that.
They're so beautiful.
Everybody, last chance. Whoever speaks up first.
I don't think
Roland's actually
he
just
can
gonna
answer
make
my
camp here
question.
in the courtyard. He's not really gonna.
Well, he says you can confine your place itself to
I'd
the,
rather not
you know,
explore
large
his
floor.
castle. That's I mean, he
The
does.
tower. It's not a castle.
Well,
A very large tower built for a
the
giant.
the man's home is his castle. Even a giant's home is his
So
castle.
he said we'd go on the first floor?
Yeah, he said you can go to the first floor.
I want to ask him before he leaves,
Okay.
not what is going on, but if he knows what's going on with with the lesser giants.
You're asking that as he,
Yeah,
this is the last question as he floats in.
yeah.
He says, no giant, whether good or evil, would speak to the ancient enemy about such things. I am sorry.
They blame me not.
So when he fades back into his tower,
So basically it means that they're not involved. in
As he
the cult.
does, Roland gives him a bow.
and then the last thing you see is him bow to
That
say,
was kind of the thing.
Yeah.
it is frigid up here. You're chattering. Ugh. But all of a sudden you feel warmth come into your bodies.
I wonder if he has a forge here.
Well, he said we go on the first floor, so let's
Let's
go
go on
make
the first
ourselves
floor.
comfortable.
First floor, anybody? What about you, Roland? You see him heading to this first floor? These doors
I'll
are
stay
huge,
outside.
like 25 foot. But it's all open. It's all gateways in the bottom of this tower.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more welcome to go in there.
Yeah, I'll go in there.
I want to explore it.
I mean, we got a day and a half, you said?
I'll stay
He said
outside
it'd be a
at
day
the
and a half
base.
trip to Waterdeep.
Supposedly, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll make ourselves
spend this
comfortable
trip
while
in
we're on the
prayer.
trip. Might as
Mhm.
well.
You walk in, let's see, the archway leads to an empty vestibule at the back of which hangs a thin, translucent blue curtain that flaps in the breeze. Beyond the curtain, you'll never know unless you go. That's all you see.
I'll put my head up under the curtain.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll kind of move this. I mean, he said we could go to the first floor.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything was off limits on the first
Anybody? You
Yep,
rolling?
let's do it.
Luda?
On the side.
Okay, so you're just staying there.
Yeah.
No curiosity at all.
We're all
Stay
gonna poke our
outside
head
the
in the
base
curtain.
in prayer.
100-foot high hexagonal chamber containing a giant-sized wooden table and stone chair. Dangling from the ceiling by iron chains are 6 crystal spheres that contain flame.
The way I see it,
The room is brightly lit. Through a very translucent floor, you can see the room above you.
the answer is that he cannot give me Torm might.
So,
Table, chair.
And
these
then
are
you
giant
can,
chairs.
yeah, and then you can see through the floor, and you can see the whole next room above you.
So how tall exactly is this chair? He was 18 foot tall, or
Yeah.
So
Right,
that
like-
floor's probably about 10 foot.
10 foot tall?
Yeah. That's just where you sit. You
It's
know.
not gonna be comfortable. Sitting right there.
When you look through to the second floor, you can tell there are it's furnishings on the whole floor. There's a bed, a table, a chair, a bookshelf. But he told you,
kitchen
he
area.
asked you basically to stay away from anything but the first floor.
Okay. Well, I'll listen to him. I'm not trying to make an enemy out of this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean this is early morning, so
I mean, we'll sit here, I guess. Maybe.
okay, Roland, you see them disappear into a blue curtain.
I can see that from the outside.
From where you're at, yeah, these archways are huge. They're made for a giant to walk through. There's a giant-sized curtain in there. The courtyard, this is why this is laid out. Courtyard, tower. So, I mean, there you go.
I'm gonna be, I'll go ahead and say that I saw that, but when I go into my prayer, I'll be turning around and facing the direction we're traveling.
Okay, from where you're at, you can't tell which direction is which. Because you're in the clouds.
Not gonna matter too much with his eyes
So,
closed. and
a small breeze in your face because it comes over the wall.
I imagine it's probably quite soothing.
So what do you think about all this?
I want to go back down.
That's why he's praying.
Okay.
Maybe Torm can tell him what's going on.
It's
Just-
unnatural.
You got any way to
Not belong in the
communicate
sky.
plane or anything?
No, but prayer is prayer.
Prayer is prayer. What about you, Ward? What do you think about all this?
It's unnatural. Dwarves do not belong in the sky. They belong on the ground.
And you're also taking a boon from a giant. Ancient enemies of the dwarves.
Actually, do warlocks commune with their patron?
It doesn't matter. If you worship something, you're still a paladin. I'm not treating you as a warlock. I'm still treating you as a paladin.
Right.
So, by any sense.
I'm not really treating the warlock as a warlock thing, and more as a
It's a holy boon.
holy
Yeah,
quest.
exactly.
Or his personal prejudices are based on personal experiences.
And he did give you a big flagon of beer.
Yeah, that's the main reason, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vesper, what do you think about all this?
It's odd.
Very odd.
Very odd.
Very, very odd.
Probably kind of worried about the clouds outside getting soft and us falling through, so that's why I went inside.
Still clouds. Still
Right.
cloud underneath feet.
Still
The only thing that looks like it's made of stone is the tower itself, except for where you're standing. It's clouds.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still feeling uneasy, but I guess I'm getting used to it now. We've
And a
been
couple
here.
other chairs, yeah.
Obviously, we're not gonna fall through.
Luda.
She feels she knows she talks to the guys that through all the history she knows quite a bit, heard a lot of things. Anytime powerful beings such as this magic giant
Cloud giant.
cloud giant appears and does stuff like this, there's a great event about to happen. Usually in history that states something big's about to happen.
There's nothing biblical about
Torm's
it.
Bible.
Okay, there you go, sure. So,
Roll on to write it if he has to.
evening started to approach, and the cloud is slowly climbing into the atmosphere. The air is getting thicker, thinner, yeah,
Thinner.
You can see something you've never seen from here. space.
Oh, shit.
I was just about to ask that. What is the view of the stars like?
I don't know. Do you think looking at the stars is beautiful on the ground?
Yeah.
Then what, I imagine what it would be.
It's
Who's been
a
in a
way-
plane
It's
at
a
night?
way of.
You know what it looks like?
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And I'm scared of heights, and I was like, look at the window.
So, I mean,
You can't see the
Yeah,
ground.
I mean, even in the daytime when you're high enough, you can
Yeah.
still see up. So I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, and you can start to see where the sun's starting to rotate behind the world. It's very,
Yeah, we're way up there.
yeah, you're, I mean, you're
Or
like
it just
a plane.
takes it all in. And this is why I never lived with the others when we got to Mirabar. The sights are better up top.
You guys feeling pretty good about all this? You feel safe? I mean,
Yeah.
you realize this is, even though it's wispy, it's still solid.
I know there's something big's on its way out. My character just feels it.
Probably perception, everybody.
Sight.
Yeah.
18.
You.
I got a 24.
18.
I got an 11.
I just need tens because I got above the tens.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
You hear loud squawking. Much like the griffins. But you can already tell just by when you've seen the griffins that this is a little different. They're more, a little bit more sharp, more angry. You kind of look up, and around the tower are 8 large vultures with riders, and they're just circling around.
I'll holler back into the tower for their attention. You might want to come out here and look at this.
Don't think that
You might want to be fast.
I'll holler for Zephyros.
You're gonna yell for him?
Yeah.
You just yell his name,
Yeah.
and he comes out of the tower and he looks up, and you see him beckon these large vultures.
Should we be afraid?
He said, "Time will tell." And he stands. He walks off far away from you guys, and these giant vultures land. Each one of them's got a rider. The riders are all dressed in colors of like different various colors of gray, a lot of black leather. They all wear masks. Think of Wolverine's mask, which is real pointed, but it's all black.
Yeah.
Even their skin looks like it's a little shade of dark, kind of like yours.
Are they big?
Tint of dark to it, you know.
Are they like large or are they
comes
our
out when
size?
he's embarrassed. Or
Yeah. Well, this is all like a constant.
I said, are they like big or our size?
They're human. They're humanoids. And he walks over there, and one of them jumps off, and he's got a bag in his hand. And you see Zephyros nod, and he looks at you guys and nods, and waves his hand over this person's head, and they both float up to the top of this tower. While you're standing there, these vultures just they squawk at you, and the riders just kind of look over in your direction.
Roland watches in awe.
Vultures are ugly.
Yeah.
They're hideous. I mean, they're
Are
black.
these magical beasts?
No, they're animals.
Can I understand them?
Yes, you do.
You should talk to him.
Greetings.
You're at quite a distance away from these guys.
This
Like if you were here, they're on the opposite side.
Could we walk over to try to conversate?
If you want to, I'm not stopping you.
He'll speak up, but he won't actually get closer. Not until he has some kind of feeling of whether or not that's dangerous.
Okay, who's going to the vultures?
I'll walk over, maybe not all the way, but walk slightly over, and not threatening, kind of hold my hands out.
So you walk over there, Roland. Because Roland's kind of walking over there.
Yeah, I probably walk
Too
about
far.
halfway.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's not going. She's not going that far.
Kind of have my hands out so they know I don't have any weapons.
What about you? Word.
I'm just making sure that we're not about to get attacked. I'm not doing anything threatening. I'm just Right now I'm just
I
hanging
kind of
around.
feel if we were gonna get attacked, it would have happened already. However, that doesn't mean the vultures won't attack if we seem threatening.
I just said I'm not
I'll
doing
say a
that.
hello from across.
Luna, what are you doing?
Zephyroth told us not to go out here, so I'm staying here.
No, this
No,
is
he said
down
not
here.
to go
This is the
upstairs.
main floor. It's where
Oh,
you're
I
at.
thought my bad. I thought we was up on top.
No. He
entire thing-
he had one
Oh,
guy
God.
float
Yeah.
with him
First
up
up.
top, and the guy handed him a bag.
I'm going with them.
So okay, well they're walking about halfway. The Nord's only guy staying back. You say hello.
Hello, travelers.
You do that, and they just kind of look. One bird squawks, and you understand this vulture to say, "I'll eat you, eat you." I mean, it sounds
That's
very
pretty bad.
angry.
Don't go any closer.
You do that, and the rider kind of pulls its reins on one, and you see it smile. They don't answer you at all.
I'll speak to the vulture that said, "I'll eat you." He said, "We're not very appetizing."
And he said, "Yeah, you're right. You're not dead."
And they're talking to Zephyroth.
No, one of them is. They're talking to. He's talking to a vulture.
Okay, where were they? They're
I don't plan
talking.
on being dead anytime soon either.
That's where I want to go.
Where?
I want to get closer to where Zephyroth's talking to one of them.
No, they're in the top of the
Well, they're
tower.
in top tower. That's where it's okay.
The bird tells you, "If I drop you off, you will be." But then again, there might not be much left.
You'd have pudding to be fed. But I don't hear this, so.
Must be exhausting travels.
The rider, you hear him speak to you, and he says, "No, you're trained for it."
Oh, so he understands. Okay, cool.
They're druid peoples too?
Mm.
If you wish, you may join me for a meal.
You asking
And
him
I'll
or the
back
bird?
over towards where I was.
You asking him or the vulture?
Him.
He says, "I have no time for meals, acquaintances." The vulture tells you, "You make a good meal."
Is that
I mean, the vulture's just staring hate at you. Like it's almost daring you to get close enough.
Is there another vulture that's like the vultures off the Disney Robin Hood? Just kind of dumb.
Oh. You're not told they can talk, but they're all watching intently, like all these vultures are.
I'll let these guys know and these ladies know. Don't get close to the vultures. They will kill you.
Well, I can try.
However, it might be better off if we just leave them alone altogether. And then Roland will turn and will bow very respectfully and head back to
As he tells them that how we're like, that's what I was doing to begin with.
Roll me a perception, Ord.
Here it
I'm
is.
not
See
trying to go
what-
back on them.
Sight.
Get backwards looking at them.
Yeah, one.
One?
Yep, one.
Okay.
Not natural, but one.
Within time, Zephyroth and this human, this male, he comes in and they fly down. And in a language none of you understand, but you can tell the human is very, very angry. And Zephyroth is just very calm, just like when you guys had talked to him. And every time the guy gets angry and points at him, Zephyroth just kind of shrugs his shoulders. He might offer him a nod, but
This is
he,
the one that was up
he
there with
very angrily gets on his vulture
give him a respectful bow
and flies
and bid
off.
him farewell.
He pays you no attention,
I figured as much, but
and they fly off.
I'll ask Zephyros if everything okay.
Tells you everything is okay, but everything is not okay. Such is the way of the world.
True.
I'll ask him if I could prepare a fire up here somehow to prepare food, or does he have another way?
He tells you, raises his hand, upon the table, you shall find your meal.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
So could you
Give
tell
him a
me
bow
what
and
that
I'll
guy
go.
was wanted? It seemed like he paid you for a service.
As I say, I stay out of the fate of the world.
It's understandable.
Another incident for another time.
Well, thank you for the meal and the ride.
He
And
says,
hospitality.
enjoy, and this time, he's floating backwards.
As I go in and I look at the table with the food, do I see any of those delicious pies I bought at the beginning?
You don't see nothing because the table is like
We're gonna
13
have to
foot in
get
the
up
air.
there. I'm gonna get,
Oh, he said that.
But it smells wonderful in here.
give a boost up to the chair so that way we can get to the table.
But no.
They never put on another floor to us. so-
There are no wonderful pies up here.
Roland just wants to fuck something.
Gotta get it out of the system,
not
He
right?
makes himself that little pie bigger.
But
But he was thinking of her.
you guys have a wonderful meal. It's pretty good. It's tasty. I don't know what you guys plan on doing for the rest of the night. This is evening.
I want to keep checking the floor out until I get it all observed.
Observed. There's what I explained here to you.
Yeah.
That's all there is here.
Okay.
There's
I'm just
nothing
making sure
else.
there ain't nothing else.
I'm just gonna
In here.
go to sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
After the meal,
After I don't
go
find it.
back outside to his post and go back to prayer.
Okay, so Roland, you're gonna camp outside the bottom floor. What about the rest of you?
I'm
Inside.
inside.
I mean, you don't feel the wind, but the curtain helps keep
Yeah.
it off. It is warm in here because for all the wind that's blowing, it blows through the curtain. Not once do you see the flames in these chandeliers.
Yeah.
They never flicker. They never waver.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here, I guess, and meditate.
And you can sleep underneath the table.
So, yeah.
Plenty of room.
Yeah.
And you're gonna decide you sleep outside. All right.
The outcast.
The self-inflicted on best.
Well, I mean, it's beautiful out there. He's watching the stars from a point that he's never seen before.
Yeah, so don't-
My
so
word
don't
doesn't want to
stay.
be reminded.
I thought the big guy said don't stay on the floor.
No. Man,
Don't
what
leave
part
the
are you
first
not
floor.
hearing?
I thought he told us to stay on the first
He's just
floor.
staying-
Yeah, you are on the first floor.
Oh, I thought he got outside.
On the first floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just down on the
Yeah,
cloud.
he's just out
This
on the
entire thing that we're on
You
is
were
the
in
first
here.
floor.
He's out
I
here.
got you. I thought it
This
was
is the
down.
tower.
I thought it was down.
No. That you're on the first floor.
Oh, okay.
You could see through the floor and see the
Okay.
second floor where you're at. There you go. Get some representation.
Yeah.
Here's our Voustier that's still down here in
Still way down
Nightstone, all by herself. You said you're going to send a message. What are you going to send?
Ascending to a Vusier. What do you want me to tell her?
I guess just tell her that where we're going and that we'll try to come back and pick her up if we can. If not, maybe I don't know.
You better figure it out. I mean, it's kind of important. You're going to Waterdeep. She's in Nightstone, and I mean,
Perhaps if Grizzly goes to Waterdeep, we can travel with Grizzly to Waterdeep and meet us there.
Not a good idea.
President was
I'm not
one
in there,
of
so I can't really say
yeah,
that.
it's all between them. So, what do you want me to send? Or her, I should say. What do you want her to send?
You did save enough spell slots so you could do it twice, right?
Yeah.
I figure you'll
Yep.
report.
Okay, so you got 25 words.
Okay. Cloud Giant
Evan, you just count them.
Okay.
taking us to Waterdeep. We'll try to meet up with you
There.
there.
Okay. So you've got 8. So you got 15 words left, is that right? 12. You have 12 words left.
Sorry you couldn't come.
So you're down to 8.
All my love, desperation.
There you go. And then I get an answer back, right?
Hmm?
She said, not sure what to do. Grizzly is going to Tribor. Have no way of getting to Waterdeep. Wish I could have win. Maybe this isn't for me.
Oh.
I mean, you did just straight up leave her.
It's true.
I mean, like you like something good happens and something bad happens, and then you're there to talk her back into it. And it's been like that, and then you just leave. Old Hillary, who she knows, left the night before, and he's going to Tribor. I mean, who's gonna go back with her to Waterdeep? You're not there to talk her into anything. And you gotta think, it's not your voice she's hearing. Luda's.
Yeah.
Right.
For all she knows, you're running away with her.
Oh.
Y'all did just like.
You gotta think about that. I mean, how do you know the Grizzlies down there just like, hey, you should just come with me?
Surely she's wise enough to know that this is not.
She's
a
a
normal
she's
thing.
a young girl. She's very young. She's your age. I think she is like maybe 19.
So yeah, she is well in age.
So there is your message to her, and that is the response. She is 20.
How did they find a forge that I have the Battle Castle?
No, there's no forge here. Sorry, buddy.
Alright, then I have my book out.
So, but being a student of the arcane, you can feel the arcane energy within this tower as you're underneath it. Morning comes. You guys staying underneath the tower,
Oh yeah.
rolling. What are you doing as we're rolling on the water deep?
Well, I don't know. I might go out and watch sunrise.
You can do that.
Well, he was probably up most of the night watching the stars and praying. So he'd probably sleep in a little bit today until we get to Waterdeep,
All right.
if he can.
You can sleep in. There's nothing stopping you. Well, there's nothing
Well,
here.
I don't know what the elements are going to be like.
Well, we're elves, so
You
we don't,
you
have
don't
to sleep.
feel nothing. You feel warmth up here when it's cold.
Elves still meditating. And-
Yeah.
Right. I just
So
need
you're
4
gonna
hours
sleep in?
meditation.
You're gonna wake
Breakfast
up,
on
watch
the
sunrise?
Yeah.
What about you, Luda?
Things are very interesting to me in here. I'm going to send a message to Lee Olson and let him know that we'll be at Waterdeep shortly.
Today. You'll be in water. You probably sometime today.
I'll tell him. Okay, so let's see.
You just worded it, and I'm
Probably a
looking
good
at it.
idea to
What's the
inform
name of the place?
who
Stone?
we're traveling
Thanks,
with.
Ellen. You already informed me about that.
Okay, I already did. Left. With Cloud Giant. He is transporting us to Waterdeep. Meet you soon, within a day, right?
Today. Meet you today. You'll meet
Yeah.
you today. Because you traveled all day
It's just
yesterday.
How many more words I got?
What the fuck are they doing?
That is 16, so you've got 9 left.
It will be glad to see you and feel your
Feel your penis inside.
They're gonna feel awkward. Let me get it out.
Glad to see you. That's 23 words.
Love you.
You have 2 left.
My love.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't say my
I
love.
love him yet.
You've been loving on this all
Oh,
day.
yes, you do. You just don't know if he loves you.
Yeah.
He tells you, you get back, like, the warning is much appreciated. All of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance are worried about giant tax.
They should
Be careful.
I told him I wrote on Cloud Giant.
Yeah, that's why I said appreciate it.
So he knows it's us.
So, are you still in the tower in the morning?
What?
Are you still in the tower in the morning when you do
Yes.
this? What about you, Ord?
Yeah, I'd still be in the tower. Either work on Ripper or read the book.
Okay, roll me a perception, Vesper. You're the only one outside watching the sunset.
12.
You're sitting there and you're just enjoying the scenery. Maybe you think about or Vincia. Yeah, you know, like resting up on this wall. You go up to the wall and the wall lowers just enough so you can do this and prop your elbows up on it. You're kind of just enjoying watching the sunrise come through, and you see something glisten off the early morning rays of the sun. And you see a large set of wings. and it's coming fast,
What color was
and it roars. And you've heard roars like this before.
Yeah, I'm running back in the tower.
Everybody,
Oh,
We hold the door shut. No.
I'm like, Sephiroth, dragon!
everybody roll the initiative.
Oh God.